This is radio like you never heard before. Let's go! This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the best in entertainment and sports. Let's go! Let's go! And that's all, folks. It's Elegbete TV Radio. Follow us on social media at Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Frank Idemudia Alapa, that's my name. Talking sports is my game, and I am the greatest. I love listening to Elegbete TV Radio, for undiluted, unadulterated, it's probably replicated but still not yet duplicated. It's sports, only on Elegbete TV Radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Stay tuned.
Good morning and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Daffy Matthews. You're going to love to come in the Elegbete on Sports. Where are you? When you're reaching out for, when you're watching from, what time is it at your own end? I know that we're reaching out to everybody around the globe, and I would really like to know today where you are reaching me from and what time it is and how things going. And sometimes I try to modulate so that the people in the daytime that are watching, feel the excitement, but those in the night who are dodging, trying to listen and don't want too much noise, I also try to get it calm. But you see, this thing that we do, this show, have a way of busting into flame at any given time. If YouTube were to allow me to pick my own type of instrumentals, you know what I'll pick right now? You remember that mix of all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. That song mixed with, is it Inaki? That lady. I would have loved to really, use that as my signal. It does give me the kind of energy, the kind of push, the kind of jump that I need. But there's no NEPA light today. There's no AC on. This place is hot. All these lights are burning. I'm going to try. And then immediately after that, I'm going to my children's school for open day. Yeah, meet and break. So this house is full. There's noise. There is everybody. Big man Runo is here. Rookie is here. Tega is here. Everybody's in the house. But then we've got football to talk about. We've got Manchester United to talk about. We've got Ruben Amorim. Is he going to be the guy who do the housekeeping? Is he going to be the guy who comes in and sweep all the demo? Is he going to be the Pope Exorcist? Or is he going to be another victim of the demons of Manchester United? Is he going to be one of those who fail? Is he really Paul, Peter, or is he one of the seven sons of Sceva? I don't know, but we will get to find out when he starts the job. Even though there are tears flowing, the rivers of tears are going down in Portugal as sporting fans are crying and saying tonight's game is going to be the farewell game. But then the manager have come out to say, well, that stupid thing that they do. Well, I've not heard anything. Nothing is done. Nothing is signed. Nothing is agreed yet. But Sporting have told the Portuguese Stock Exchange that their manager, they've agreed 8-point-something million buyout severance package with Manchester United, and the coach can be leaving anytime. But the coach has said, no, we've not discussed anything, nothing is signed. Yes, nothing is signed, but discussions have been had and agreements have been made, and club have been told, okay, we need your coach. That thing they do when they want to pay bride price, say, oh, we see one flower for your garden, we want to come and pluck it, blah, 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 blah. But they will not be sounding like the boy and the girl have not even met before. Meanwhile, the boy and the girl, they met, not only met, they be mukele doing some kamikaze things over the last maybe couple of years. Yeah, so we will see how it goes. But for you, how would Manchester United set up? How would they play? Who are the players that they need? The coach, Ruben Amorim. If you have to advise Ruben Amorim right now, you have the chance. He calls you, say, "Hey, you, Yemi Dynamite, Michael Eleta, or whoever you are, Edijola Ofuma, someone Babajide, whoever, if I don't mention your name, I'm sorry, but I just calling members of my community and say, come, Timothy Dayabo, come, give me advice. What's it called? Ayodeji Habib, come and give me advice. Who are the players that I should be aware of? Who are the players that I should try my best to kick at? Should we do a Pep Guardiola and a Teta, or should we say, you know what? I want to go there and slot away. I'm going to manage the players that I have. I'm going to speak to them in the Malay language. I'm going to say Dragon, Imela, Bolumili, Lama, and then all of a sudden the players would all come under his control, and then they would do whatever he says. Oh, you're just like, you know what? I don't give a hoot about you guys. You guys have been making coaches lose their job for God knows how long. You're not in my plan. Like Enzo Maresca, you're not in my plan. Go to the bomb squad. I don't need you. Yes, we're already in the middle of the season. There's not much I can do, but let me tell you ahead, I don't need you in my team. And so for that, actually, even word his contract with Manchester United or Ineos and tell them, this is how I want. Like I said to a friend of mine yesterday night when we were discussing this Man United situation, I said, if I'm the coach, this is what I would do. First thing first, I would tell Ineos, come. Let's put some clauses in the contract. Right now, between now and January, I don't have any opportunity to sign any new player, so it's still going to be the old devils that we have. Give me a 4 or 5 years contract. That's one. You can't sack me in the next 2 years. And in this period, I'm going to do complete housekeeping. But right now, I have not met the players. I don't know who to kick at and who to keep. So give me time. Between now and January, I will meet the players. I will know the players and get to know them. And I will use my own personal barometer. I'm not going to judge them by whatever I've seen on TV or whatever I've heard from the media. I'm using my own personal barometer to judge them. In January, I will give you a list of those ones that I need to get out. And you must do everything you can to keep them out of the team. If you don't, I would deregister them and put them in the bomb squad. They will be there just training on one side so that everybody know that I'm serious. And then I'll start bringing in my squad. I know that right now everybody should get ready. Everybody should get ready for Portuguese players that are going to be playing for Manchester United. Well, they will not get another Cristiano Ronaldo, but there's going to be a lot of Portuguese players that are coming and a whole lot of Portuguese journey. All of a sudden there are more Dutch players playing for Manchester United and Dutch staff working at Manchester United than English people. That's how it works, okay? Arsene Wenger, when he came to Arsenal, there was only one Frenchman who was Gris Grimandi. By the time Arsene Wenger had spent 22 years at the club, there are more French players that have played for Arsenal than English player and any other country. So it is what it is. That's one of those things that normally happen. It's only Jose Mourinho that doesn't really do those tribal things, but he's still got some Portuguese players to play for him. But either ways, I think that there's going to be a lot of Portuguese players. And for those of you, okay, how will he play? I mean, look at the thumbnail, and you will see he's already looking. The journalists in England are already suggesting that Onana will still be there, Matis Delay to be there, but because he plays a 3 at the back. Who are the other 2 that will pair with Matis Delete? That's what we don't know. In the midfield, some people believe that Luke Shaw will still be good enough to play as a flying wing back or whatever they call it. Mino Mino will be there. The OS will be on the other side. Nobody knows. They believe that Bruno Fernandes will still be there. Rasmus Højlund would be there, but who will be on the other side? We don't know. So it's going to be a 3-4-3 type of formation. For those of you who say it's baby Pep, there is nothing about Ruben Amorim that is Pep-like. Okay, his team plays a little bit of a more direct football. There is a bit of the urgency of Jurgen Klopp, but if you remember the Antonio Conte at Chelsea that Victor Moses played under, if you have any memory of that, that's what you most likely will see at Manchester United. And those of the Manchester United ex-players, I will say it's not in their DNA. They should forget about DNA tests right now. This Manchester United club doesn't have a DNA, okay? All the fingerprint, all the DNA have been eroded, have been corrosed. So there is no DNA. Just play what they call survivor football. Just get into survivor mode and play survivor football. Well, Vinicius Jr. believes that the reason he did not win the Ballon d'Or was because of his fight against racism and all that. And all of a sudden they decided to, do it. I mean, I believe that side. I kind of believe that theory. But hey, I'm just, this morning when I woke up and I'm seeing all these headlines, you know how you wake up by 5 a.m. and then you come out and you look at all the headlines, Daily Mail, the Mirror, the Marca, Italian, Brazilian, go to Brazil, newspapers and check and then translate into English. And then you check in different people. Claracino has said his own. This person have said their own. Claracino believe that UEFA have a problem with Real Madrid, so they are using it. Many talks, okay? And in my head, I'm thinking that could be possible. But while we're thinking for Vinicius Jr., what does it really feel like to be the winner of an award that almost everybody in the world of football thinks you don't deserve? We've never had that question. When it happens with Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi, we just brush it off as part of the argument. But right now, it's beginning to stick very deep. It's beginning to hit hard, and it's coming home, and you're like, okay, we've never really had that kind of decision. So I'm going to ask this question to you guys out there. Have you ever been given something that you're happy to get, but everybody around thinks you don't deserve it? It could be probably the love of your parents. It could be the good treatment, positive treatment by your bosses in the office. It could be the loyalty of the fans to you or colleague in the office or school or teacher. If you ever had that kind of experience, please share. Share in the comment section. Let's know what it feels like in the most smallest way. But you see, the thing about it is, even the ant feels the tremble of the earth when humans and elephants and other animals stomp on it, but they survive. So we will always know that. 10 years from now, when they'll be calling the names of the people that win the Ballon d'Or, they will call Rodri, and nobody will remember all this conversation. But right now, in the heat of it, okay, right now, in the very, very burning furnace of what is going on right now, you don't want to be the three Hebrew boys, okay? You don't want to be facing that fire because you're not sure whether God will turn up or he will not turn up, okay? Because it's easy when you read the Bible from one side. If you come to no. You don't want to be Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego at that moment before the fire, because they realize in the fire that God was with them. What if they got burnt? Well, let's not forget that today is the 50th year of the Rumble in the jungle. Ali versus Foreman. That fight, that was done in Zaire. Well, Ali Kumbaye, yes, this is the 50th year of that award. But let's go to Timothy Daniel's desk. For those of you, please try and follow him on IG and on Twitter, and say, some good love and appreciation to him for the good job that he's doing for us. On the new segment, you've got Jose Mourinho saying never. We always say never, and in his recent comedy show in Benin, Bovey told us, you can watch it on YouTube. Bovey said never say never, because the moment you say it, something happens. So I was thinking about that thing that Bovey said, and what if we say I will never be a trillionaire? Boom! And then I become a trillionaire, because then the theory is just very, very, very. It was nice, but I was thinking, I was thinking reverse. I was thinking, why don't we use that power for success? I will never be a trillionaire. And then all of a sudden, boom, I become a trillionaire. Just think about it. I will never have 1 billion subscribers. Boom, I just have 1 billion subscribers. Okay, let's go on. Galatasaray coach Jose Mourinho has ruled out ever managing a team battling relegation following Galatasaray 1-1 draw with Manchester United in the UEFA Europa League last Thursday. Mourinho hinted at possibly managing clubs that aren't involved in European competition. Speaking to Sky Sports yesterday, he said that he would never take on a Premier League team facing relegation. Let's hear from Jose himself, the special one.
Joke with deep feelings. I'm never going to the Premier League, even knowing the Premier League is the best competition in Europe. I would never go to the Premier League to play for a team that is on the relegation. I will never go.
Elegbete TV Radio. We dare to lead.
When I don't hear my Igbo people go say, when I don't hear it, man, I'm burning. I'm frying here. Well, let's go to Edgar Davis. I used to love this guy. at Ajax, this guy played before there was the Makalele, before there was the N'Golo Kante, there was the Fernando Redondo, there was Edgar Davies, a young man who have the heart of a dog and a horse all put together. That guy can play alone against 11 players and they still will not move. Before that was a Gattuso, but I mean, he's got something to say on Arne Slot. Former Dutch star Edgar Davies had praised Arne Slot for his impressive start as Liverpool coach. Slot team has only lost once across all competition this season, giving him one of the best record in English top flight. Speaking to Sky Sports, Davies calls Slot's work amazing, pointing to how he got the best out of Feyenoord with limited talent. He believes Slot can also bring out the best in Liverpool's players. Let's hear from Edgar Davies.
Yeah, amazing, and he did amazing things for Feyenoord, and the squad was okay. It was a good squad, but not exceptional. But he can get all, like the maximum out of the players, and that's what we've talked in the beginning. Like how do you inspire, or how do you convince them to play in a certain role or to do certain things? That's management, and also you have the vision to play people in different roles.
Elegbetter TV Radio. We are not just about radio, TV, or YouTube numbers. We are all about connecting with people and creating a community of great minds and values.
All right, we're still on the new segment on the show, and let's take it straight to Erik ten Hag. And somebody's here to talk about Erik ten Hag, whether he's doing eye service, lip service, or just trying to weigh in and trying to be cautious or choose his words and not wanting to say things the way they are is his business. It's Steve Cooper, Leicester City's coach, shared his sympathy for Erik ten Hag, who was sacked by Manchester United on Monday. Leicester is set to face United at Old Trafford tonight in the fourth round of the English Football League Cup, popularly known as the Carabao Cup, or as we call it here, the Calabar Cup. Speaking at the press conference yesterday, the Leicester boss said that managing is a tough job and expressed sadness over Erik's departure. He wished ten Hag well and added that he's confident Erik will bounce back when he's ready. I think that his own sympathy is fake. This is my thinking, that he would have loved to coach against Erik ten Hag, and that place Leicester stand the chance of winning, but unfortunately he's speaking in French right now.
It's always, whatever level you work at as a manager, it's a demanding job, and the highs and lows are as extreme as it gets, really. So you always sort of applaud managers when they do well, and you always sort of feel for them when there's criticism, and obviously when they lose the job as well, and that's how I will feel about Erik and any manager really that loses their job. It's never nice to see, because when you do it yourself, you know how hard it can be and how emotional it can be. So obviously it's a very, very high profile job at a huge club. And maybe the scrutiny is even more, but the emotion of what he would have been feeling is the same as us all. So yeah, never nice to see, but at the same time, wish him well, and I'm sure he will bounce back as and when he feels ready.
Mesdemoiselles, mesdames et messieurs, je vous dis bonsoir. Je m'appelle Ruben Amorim et ce soir, je suis avec Elegbetter sur Elegbetter TV Radio.
Yeah, so that man obsessed of Copper said he will bounce back. Well, definitely will bounce back, but not with Manchester United, some other club somewhere. I don't know who's going to win tonight. I don't know what Ruud van Nistelrooy is cooking, but if you were Ruud van Nistelrooy, how would you be feeling? I mean, you've just been told to take the job on in the interim. What kind of effort would you put in? Are you going to try to audition for the job, probably get the team to play something different, completely different from what Erik ten Hag loved to play? We all know that he loves to play 3-4-3 at times when he was coaching, but he also was very erratic. He had problem with players because he was stuck in his way and he liked things to be done his way. But I mean, this kind of situation where you're on the interim, you don't really know what to do. What would happen? Would he get it so good that the players would say, you know what, I want to work with this coach and then forget about Ruben Amorim? I don't know, but the missionaries have gone out already, sending their miseries and asking for Ruben Amorim to come on board and come take the job. So it's hard. It's hard to really sit where you are and say, oh, what's it called? Ruud van Nistelrooy will take the job full time. I'm not sure anybody is thinking that one, but I'm just playing devil's advocate here, and I'm asking myself, would he do enough? Let's say it beats Leicester 5-0. 5 goes to nothing, and then on the weekend again, who are they playing? Newcastle. Who are they playing again on the weekend? They go on the weekend, and then they go and win again, another 5-0. And it was like, wait a minute! I'm bringing a new coach. This guy does know how to tune these things. And then media will say, okay, it's a new coach bounce. But then if they keep that bouncing going, they're bouncing in the Lord every day, and then they're just winning 5-0 in the next 10 games like that. I'm just playing the devil's advocate, not Man United, but they create enough chance to win games 5-0 anyway. And would they say, you know what? Put Sporting, keep your coach, your coach. Let him be wearing green jersey and white. We're okay here with our former player. He can do better. I don't know, but we will see. U.S. women national team coach MIA has expressed a deep honor at winning the first ever Women's Johan Cruyff Award. The Ballon d'Or introduced this new category in its 68th edition, named in tribute to Dutch legend Johan Cruyff. In an interview with the U.S. soccer media team, Hayes shared her appreciation, saying the award wouldn't have been possible without the talented players she'd coached over the years. She thanked her current and former players, acknowledging their key role in her success. Okay, let's hear from him, Hayes.
I think you ask any coach this question, and more often than not, I think would say the same things. Like, the thing we love the most is being part of a team. So the individual honours piece for me is the least interesting part of it. I love the team awards, and winning gold medals or winning WSL championships for me is what gives me great satisfaction. However, we are only as good as our players. And I've been fortunate enough to coach some wonderful players, both at Chelsea and here with the national team, that allows the team to be able to compete at the level that they do. And for that, I'm really, really thankful. And as I mentioned to the players yesterday, I'm really thankful for the people that have been part of my journey, whether that be Denise, who I've worked with for many years, to Stuart Searle, been with me for 10 years. And everybody that's been in that journey, getting to this point. It's a huge honour for me and my family, and it's a beautiful trophy, and one that I'll proudly display at home.
This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio.
Well, congratulations to her, and I'm happy for her saying things like that. But let's go to the camp of Chelsea and speak with the coach of Chelsea. Enzo Maresca has got something to say. Chelsea coach Enzo Maresca said there is no pressure on his team to secure a top 4 finish. Chelsea faces Newcastle at Tyneside tonight in the 4th round of the EFL Cup, or the Carabao Cup, whatever you call it. When asked at the press conference if his players feel pressure to break into the top 4, especially with teams like Arsenal, Manchester City, and Liverpool holding strong position, and clubs like Villa pushing, Maresca clarified that the club leadership hasn't set top 4 qualification as a target. Instead, the focus is on building a solid project for the next 4 to 5 years. He added that while they work hard every day to achieve something meaningful and will aim high, there is no added pressure on the players to reach that top 4 spot right now. Let me tell you, when a coach comes out and say this, there is actually pressure to be there. He's just working as a diffuser, a bomb diffuser. But hey, I'm just telling you from the inside, as a man who's been on this side, there is tremendous pressure. Enzo Maresca, let's hear from you.
I already said that the club never mentioned me about top 4. They always, since I met the club the first time, they always mentioned me that the target, the idea was to build something important for the next 4 or 5 years. For sure, we work every day to reach something important, and we're gonna try until the end to do our best. Then if could be a pressure for the players, I don't think so. To be honest, because probably if you go game by game, you can see yourself where you are in that moment, and I think this can help a lot, because if you start to think about top 4 or top 6, you are already thinking about May, June, and for me it's too far. And the same thing I think is for the players. So now we are where we are. We're gonna continue to try to improve things. That is the most important thing, and then at the end we see.
This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the best in entertainment and sports.
I don't know if you believe Enzo Maresca, but as a Chelsea fan, how does that sound to you? How does that make you feel? Like, you know what, top 4 is not the target to just building for the next 4 to 5 years. We're building a project. We just want to be there, building this project, construction. So, what's it called? Enugu Rangers manager, Fidelis Lechuku talk last season. We're building, they won the league. So, I, Esogene, Matthew Idafi, or whatever you like, I am saying Chelsea are in the title race. I don't care what anybody says. This, this mind game. Chelsea are in the English Premier League title race. They are in the FA Cup race. They are in the Calabar Cup race. What's that European competition they're playing? Conference League. They're in that race as well. So don't let anybody deceive you, come and lie to you here that we're just playing, we're just training, we just want to train to keep fit. We just train for exercise. Now lie. A lie. That one a lie. Never believe that nonsense. Believe it at your own peril. It's lying to you. Big lies being told there. But let's come to the matter. Ruben Amorim is the one on the front burner right now. I mean, they might change. We might wake up tomorrow and say they've changed. Something happened. There was a snag in the conversation, and then they changed their mind. The Ineos people, they are not stable. They are unstable as the waters. They can decide to do something else. But whether they do something else or they don't do something else, that's not my problem right now. My own is, if you're going to advise Ruben Amorim, let's accept that he is a guy that everybody wants to see as the man in the dugout for Manchester United, and he's going to sign the contract. Let's even fast track our minds and go to the point where he's already agreed to sign the contract, and he walks through that Manchester United Carrington dressing room or whatever they call it. Who are the players you're going to give him on a list and say, look, Oga, forget pretense, forget the players where they bow down, they greet you, forget eye service. This should be kicked out of this club. If not, you will not have peace. Because these guys, they don't sleep in the night. They walk from the coven. And for your own good, your own peace of mind, your own progress, kick them out of the club. Pencil them down now. That's why, one of the things I love about Enzo Maresca was that from the get-go, he let those players that he did not want to know, Oga, I don't want you. I don't care what you did in preseason. I don't care how good you were. I don't care what your history are. You are Raheem Sterling. You play for Liverpool. You play for Man City. I don't need you in my team. If you like, be doing kung fu football. I don't want you. So what are those people that you would advise him? Because if you look at all those clubs where the coach comes in and straightforward say, you, I don't want you. They ended up succeeding. Mourinho went to Madrid, and Ike Casillas and Raul, icons and legend of the club. I don't want to now. You people are going. They succeeded. Pep Guardiola came to Barcelona and told them Deco, Samuel Eto'o, he still kept Samuel Eto'o for one more season, but he told him I don't. Ronaldinho, all of those big names, Balak didn't play for Barcelona. All of those guys tell them, I don't want to now. Anything when I want to do, when I go find new job, because right now, so the dance don't change. And he succeeded. What's it called? When he came to City, Claudio Bravo, what's it called? Joe Hart, goalkeeper. All of them and all those other players, he told all of them, I don't want to now. Julian Lescott, I better call them. All I don't want you guys. You guys are going to the left, go. And he succeeded. Arteta is the only one that have not really succeeded, but at least he's progressed the club. Otodo Zul, his former teammate, boy, I don't want to. You're going. This is £350,000 for you the end. So this is the last salary you go in. You're out of this club. He let him go. Even the captain, the one he made the captain and gave extra contract extension after winning the FA Cup to tell him thank you. He later told him that you're a bad influence, get out of this club. And those clubs where coaches have been able to do that, they've shown success. Enzo Maresca took a Chelsea team that was diving down, that hit the iceberg and Titanic is crashing. But then he quickly told some people, you're a bomb squad, you don't belong to this squad, get out of this squad. And see right now, you can see they are progressing. They are marching forward, they're going forward. Who are the players that the coach of Manchester United needs to read the riot ads to? Because we've had many coaches come to Manchester United who pretend like they can manage the situation. And in that managing situation, have always been the problem that have beaten them very hard and damaged them. So right now, the tactics must change, the style, the approach must change. So on the comment section, let's hear what you've got to say. But let's look at some headlines that are flying in the media world in the United Kingdom and all over the place. But then, it's everywhere you turn right now. It's Amorim this, Amorim that, Amorization of Manchester United. That's what we hear. Tears flow and fury grows as Ruben Amorim abandons Sporting. Male Sports find Lisbon divided as boss bid farewell in likely final match in charge ahead of Manchester United move. Fans are really crying. Man, for coach. Ruben Amorim insists nothing is decided yet as he speaks for the first time since Sporting Lisbon confirmed £8.3 million release clause will be met by Manchester United. With Ruben Amorim seemingly out of the race, Michael and Xabi Alonso now joint favourite at 3-1 to be the next Manchester City manager should Pep Guardiola depart at the end of the season. England prop Jomala risk All Blacks backlash by calling for ridiculous haka to be banned ahead of Saturday's clash at Twickenham. That's the stupidest and dumbest and unreasonable thing to say. Okay, well, today marks the 50th year of the Rumble in the Jungle, Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. Vinicius Jr. posts picture of Real Madrid's full squad on social media just hours after their Ballon d'Or boycott, with Brazilian star blaming his fight against racism for losing out on the award. Well, it has been said here how Ruben Amorim can fix Man United's mountain of mess, including the £350 million flop up front, mending Marcus Rashford and unlocking two underperforming stars who already know him well. Okay, Mano Gattuso played under him, so there could be some way to unleash that one here. And then a few other players that he could also improve. But who is going to mend Rashford? Kick Rashford out of the squad, let him go for once and let everybody rest. Let's see the next big club that will sign Rashford even. Reveal, Ruben Amorim's Man United start date in danger of being delayed by a number of weeks as clubs are locked in talks with Sporting Lisbon over its notice period. Oh, wahala dey for that one where there is no problem that money cannot solve. As a matter of fact, I have this belief in my life that any problem that is money related is not a problem. You just don't have the money. Once you have the money, it can be solved. Anything about problem that is money related, that's not a problem. As far as I'm concerned, you just have to look for the money and you get it sorted out. That's my belief anyway. What will Ruben Amorim Man United side look like? Okay, Portuguese brings a new system to Old Trafford as a great track record with young stars and can get the best out of the struggling stars. So that's the picture on the thumbnail. You have Onana in goal, Delete in midfield, Mino and Shaw across the midfield. Sorry, Delete in defense, and Mino and Shaw in midfield. You have Bruno Fernandes and Hojlund. But then there are positions, about 5 players position that nobody is sure of. We will see what will go on. The good thing is Ruben Amorim might favor the young stars because he's worked with young players before. That might work for people like Alejandro Garnacho, Dallo, even the one that came from Arsenal, Chido B. Martins and all that. Well, Pep Guardiola says he feels so sorry for Erik ten Hag after his sacking by Man United as the Man City boss praises his former rival before making a positive prediction about his future. Yeah, this is what he said about Pep. Pep this is what Pep is thinking, but that is what he's saying. That's Pep for you. Where does Eric Ten Hag rank among Man United managers since Alex Ferguson's departure, from beating Man City in the FA Cup finals to humiliating 7-0 loss to Liverpool, the highs and lows of the sacked Dutchman? And then just immediately after it was sacked, I think that's bad anyway, news came out that that finals was actually not managed by him, that the tactics for the finals was vetoed, and he had to move into something else for them to win the finals. I mean, that's like really, really rubbish in the man anyway. Saw it yesterday. Man City remain confident that Pep Guardiola will extend his stay past this season and insist they were not lining up Man United man Ruben Amorim as his replacement. Changing of man. People can lie. Well, whatever it is. Man United players felt Eric Ten Hag took his punishment of Cristiano Ronaldo and Jadon Sancho too far, as Red Devils boss is accused of unnecessarily humiliating both stars. Okay, that's the excuse for you people not playing well. That's why you miss goal scoring chances. All these guys should shut up. You guys are a disgrace, bunch of idiot, nincompoos, foolish people looking for opportunities to say something. Pascal suggests hiring Ruben Amorim is like Eric Ten Hag, and Man United should hold off to let him serve notice period as his name. He names the manager they should have gone for instead. Pascal is always having an idea, an opinion. Come and do your badge and then go and coach the team. Don't be having ideas and then you can't coach the team. Shut up. I mean, that's my own take anyway. I might be wrong. But let me come to you guys, this burning studio that I'm in, and hear what you guys have got to say. Yeah, me and myself, good evening, Rendo. How you doing? Michael Eleta say, good morning, bros. Good morning to you. You look radiant, refreshed. No, I don't look radiant. That's a lie. No, I cast and bind you. I'm burning here in this studio. You say I look radiant. Radiant, my fault. No, I don't look radiant. I'm burning. Excited this morning. Let's keep the show going. Amorim should beware of Rashford and Anthony and sign a natural left back. Henry Moore will say, Ruben, you've chosen to dine with the devil. Hope your spoon is very long. You know, no, that I don't believe in that long spoon talk, because the poison is in the food. So even if you use a long spoon to take the food, you're taking poison. That's the devil. Eating with the devil with the long spoon is a wrong advice. The poison is in the food. It's not in the closeness, the proximity. Okay, Alafat says, good morning, boss. I think the urgency of Man United trying to get Amorim quickly might bounce back in a negative way. I still feel they should be a little bit calm and let Ruud van Nistelrooy see what he can get. He can get Olafat in part 1 and part 2 story. Get out of the squad, so any manager coming in would know where to improve or upgrade in the summer. Well, you might say that might be an idea, but think about it this way. What if they're in 14th now? What if they start being patient and then the club goes into relegation? Just think about it. Yeah, Man United cannot go into relegation. I lie you. Anybody can be relegated. Okay, apart from us now. Well, Arsenal is the only club that's never been relegated in Premier League, so it's not like I'm just lying here. I'm just trying to poke fun on people. Lucky Ogale says we live in a world where social media PRO has filtered through. Vini doesn't deserve the award more than Rodri. The noises is just loud. Only people related to Madrid and Brazil are saying otherwise. I'm not related to Madrid and Brazil anyway, but I'm still saying otherwise. So I don't believe in your assertion. I don't believe in your assertion that he doesn't deserve the award. I think that Vinicius Junior actually deserved the award because when you look at it from a very critical point of view, Rodri was not the Premier League best player last season. It was Phil Foden. Rodri is not Manchester City's best player. Okay, he was given the best player at the Euros, but between you and I who watched the game, it is impossible for me to even agree with that award in the first place. And I'm trying to be as objective as I can be. I think that Spanish team was powered by the performance of Lamine Yamal, Williams, a few other players. If you're ranking the Spanish players, maybe Rodri will be number 4. So look at this. A player who won the Champions League, who won the league. Yes, it wasn't the La Liga best player. Yes, it wasn't the it didn't win Copa America. But I don't think that Rodri is my number 1, but I just say 100 journalists voted, and their votes have been counted and the winner have been announced. But I will not agree that Vinicius Junior does not deserve it. That's the one that I will not agree with. However, I saw the Spalletti jersey collection that he got from players, which most of it was when he was a coach. My question is, Spalletti is still a coach, still an Italian national team coach. My question is, how does a manager get a player jersey, and could this be replicated in the MPFL? How does a manager get a player jersey? Is that really a question? Yeah, you just ask the player to give you jersey, like the way other players ask. I need a jersey, and they take. You can make any pick, okay? And the funny thing is, they can send a jersey to you at any given time. That's one. For the MPFL, so guys, when I sabi, sometimes job like saying OP, because now I'm obligated to answer this question. That you already know the answer, but you're asking the question. Sometimes it's annoying, but let's deal with it. All these places that you just mentioned, they have kid sponsorship. They have companies that are manufacturing jerseys. You want MPFL players to exchange jersey where the club have only 1 or 2 or 3 pieces of jerseys for the whole season. It not be juju with that. That not be wickedness. Let's go to this one. Everyone who says, I can imagine Rodri right now. I was to be sent for a diploma course on audio engineering in my church some years back. In 99% of the ministers said I don't qualify to be. Everybody was in part 2. To be sent on the course because my ego is too big. Only one stood and said, no way any other person is sent in the course, as I've been the one handling the audio in the church without pay and any experience. I felt hated when I heard about it. I was eventually sent on the course because of that one man who stood up for me. Okay. Ooh, that kind of feeling, I don't want to say what I would do if I go and come back, and I don't want to say the things so I don't spoil people's mind, but no. All those guys that said one thing or the other, they will always hold microphone to talk when I'm in that church. I mean like that too. I mean like that. Forget anything anybody want to talk. I mean like that, and I like it like that. I don't care what anybody says. Like I gotta say, it is a lack of class from Seedorf. Football is a winner and losers game, especially in the case where it was put to a vote. Modric won same award. Did he say anything? Everybody took it in their stride. When Modric won it, it was unanimously agreed that Modric deserves it. That's my opinion. So let's also look at things from that perspective first. But we will see as we go. I'll say, what do you think the opponent player would think if a coach or a player asks for the exchange of jersey? Won't they count it as a superstition stuff? Where are you taking this from? Exchanging of jersey, are you saying in Nigeria or abroad? Exchange of jersey is part of football tradition. So how does it become superstition? People go out to play match in Europe knowing fully well that jerseys will be exchanged in the course of the game. So I don't know where the superstition is coming from, but maybe you don't have to explain. Nigerian league, we don't exchange jersey not because of superstition. We don't exchange jersey because we don't have backup jerseys. That's the reason why. Even our Super Eagles, we hardly exchange jerseys because Nike doesn't give us the full complement of jerseys that we're supposed to get. It's once you have a kit company that manufacture jerseys and provide enough, you are to give. What's superstition? What do you consider superstition? I don't know, man. This guy, your mind is somewhere rotten sharp. Can says good morning, but I watched Edgar Davids really in testimonial match against Liverpool, and the commentator said he's still playing in the 5th tier of Dutch football. He's so good. Edgar Davids, he still plays, he still run out. We can those who really love football and love football completely. So still run around. Remember back then when he was wearing that spider glasses to play matches? Oh God, it was so sweet. I just loved him. His dreadlock, his everything. I grew up on Ruth Gullit, you understand? And then seeing Edgar Davies, not just because of the aesthetics, but the fact that he was really good. He was good at what he does. Damn. I've seen footballers, but some will just stay in my head for eternity. Like I said, trust me, Rodri won't feel any sort of way about the negativity coming through. It is same as rival fans bowing and wishing you ill, even when you do not deserve it for participating in a game. My brother, that's a lie. That's the reason why, if you say that, why do people get walk out of the field when rivals fans are shouting racist chants on them? Why do people report negative comments on them? It gets to people. No. Rodri would be feeling somehow. That's the truth, because he would always be remembered as the guy who won a Ballon. In the case of Messi and Ronaldo, there were a lot of other ones. This is the only one Rodri might win. And we're sitting there saying he won the award that people do not believe. And you can also say that Edgar Davies is lacking, Clarence Seedorf is lacking class. To be very honest, when an issue is dividing opinion, you need to first of all ask yourself, why is it dividing opinion? Why are people outside of Madrid and outside of Brazil having this opinion? There's so much talk about it. And even in Nigeria, there are people who believe that Rodri does not deserve it. But like I always say, if you're nominated, then you should win it. Because I know it's a vote, and voting is not like excellent. It's not perfect, because there are emotions, there are sentiment to it. I might like you more than I like this person, and then I'll give it to you. And sometimes the people that are voting also have clubs that they support, and Madrid may have beaten their club. Enough is enough. Madrid don't too much safe, and then they just go all that. The French, first off, the people that will vote from France will not vote for a Madrid player because of how Kylian Mbappe didn't play at the Olympics, because of Madrid, Kylian Mbappe. There are so many factors outside of the quality of football played that determines how this voting gets done. So for that reason alone, I can't sit here and tell you that, because this person have this opinion, is because of it's not lack of class. Because if you're really in the system, you will know that some of the votes are shitty votes, Some of these votes are not done because people are objective. There are so many reasons. It's subjective vote. And if a vote is subjective, then people would have opinion. It's not lack of class. It's the reason why we have a show. If everything is done perfectly in football, I don't have a job. Ben Constantine said, Mumu, they believe Enzo Maresca. In case you don't know, Enzo Maresca said they are not under pressure to make the top 4. Olafat says, why are they naming a female award after a male footballer? Is there no female footballer that have done exceptional that can be named after the award? Now let me give you the assignment. Name a female footballer that have done excellently well in the coaching field that they should name the award after. Because when you make the suggestion, you should also have an answer to it, okay? And not just make the suggestion, you should have the answer to it. The truth of the matter is women football have not traveled that far. Majority of the women national team were all coached by men. And the system of coaching that have been very predominantly strong is the Johan Cruyff one. So when you see a coach, an award being given, and they put the name of a male coach, you're the one that is discussing gender. They are discussing class. They are discussing quality. They are discussing impact. There's no woman coach who's coming, who has set up football playing style that everybody say, okay, now let us start playing like that style that woman plays. And even any style that woman plays right now is taken off the book of either Johan Cruyff, Franz Beckenbauer, what's this Argentine guy now that coached at Leeds United, or Guerreros or Franz or somebody, Carlos Alberto Pereira or Mario Zagallo, any of those people. It's always going to be that. Football is a men's game. Women are just coming late to the party. I don't think there's a problem with that. Oluwase Adebowale say Chelsea are in the top 4 race. Title race is a stretch. They are still far behind City, Liverpool, Arsenal. Are you sure they are far behind Arsenal? I'm not also sure that they are far behind Liverpool. Chelsea and me talk. Chelsea are in the title race. The highest I see them finishing is 4th. Okay, watch. P-Man say, I know they give advice because not only bad advice as I be give them the bad advice. Ekene says, honestly speaking, I don't think Rodri doesn't deserve the award either of Vini, Jude, Cavara, or Rodri deserves the award. Just that people recognize goal scorers more than other players. Well, you have a point there. I can argue against that one. If you put it like that, I agree with you. Lucky Ogale said, Amorim has a big task on his hand. The first problem he has is Neville and his class of monitoring spirits to deal with. Lucky, you are evil. This is Oko man. You like evil. Hey, Booker Shine Repair, thank you very much. I appreciate. Love that. Okay, I'm just saying it. How come I didn't see it flash at the top of this thing? What's wrong with YouTube? Why are you behaving like this? Stop. Giving my people credit for doing what they are doing. It's not easy. P-Man say, on a serious note, the number one guy to either let go or chase to the bomb squad is Dr. Rashford, followed by why is Doctor the name now? Followed by Ericsson, Anthony, Onana. No, Onana is not going anywhere. Onana is going to be at Man United for a while. The Argentine Busher, Evans, and Maguire. Now we're talking. Alaba says, since this thing you said about Jack Wilshere might be true, his first game, he was 10 men down and 3-1, but still find a way to come back. What do you see in Jack that you think is that good? First off, it was not 10 men down. It was 1 man down and 10 men on the field. Let's use the right narrative, the right words to describe situation. That's what. 2, I've watched Jack Wilshere. You know when they tell you that somebody is this good and you come out and put your chest on the line in front of the barrel and say, no, this person is not good, you owe it to yourself to justify it at every turn. Now, going from a player to becoming a coach is the one player turned coach that have really shown that he's got a skin in the game, that he is willing and ready to prove a point. You see, Jack Wilshere have some elements in him that reminds me of myself. When I'm in that mood to prove a point to you, bro, you better move, bitch, get out of the way. You better move and get out of the way. And I think that Jack Wilshere feels like his football playing career, there were so many mistakes. I don't know if you've watched like the last 6 interviews that he's done, and you could see that he finally realized that, you see, one of the best things about people that I love is when they take responsibility for what has gone wrong with their talent, with what God gave them. And I've seen Jack Wilshere blame himself or take responsibility, not blame. That's the wrong choice of word, sorry. Take responsibility for the things that went wrong with his football career. And the way he owned it tells me this guy is in that Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back mood. Like, you know what? I've got a point to prove here. I'm not going to sit here and let my history be like written in this way. One guy who was highly talented but wasted his talent. I'm going to prove that I've got something. And if I'm not going to be remembered as a player, I'm going to be remembered as one of the greatest coach. And these are, food is about ingredients. And then it takes a cook to cook it. My job is to go out on a limb. So let me say something. When I started this job in 2004, everybody's already doing it. You've had if you come back to NS Okonkwo time, there are big names in the industry. And like when I started playing football, I used to play football like normal football. And then when I signed playing, I was like, okay, what can I do that will stand me out? That when people talk, they would always remember my name. Right? It's the same thing that happened in 2004 when I came in into media, and I said to myself, what can I do that generations after generation they'll say, you did try, but you're not doing reach Idafe. Right? So it is in that point where I needed to prove a point to people and do some things different from what every other person is doing, that I found the ability to put my neck on the line. And it's a very hard job because before then, people wait to the end of the season, maybe 4 matches to go or 5 matches to go, and then they come with all these permutations that is childish because you can already say, oh, these guys have 2 home matches, they win their 2 matches, But I said, you know what, before the season starts, I'm going to make solid predictions and I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to make some very, very outrageous predictions, but they are not really outrageous. They are built on science. Again, like I used to tell Tony Becker the remote that, look, Tony, the difference between me and you is that apart from the fact that I play football, coach football, I went to school to study this job. I had to be a football analyst in Germany, in Hamburg, ISB. And there are certain ingredients and certain elements that comes with me that you don't have, but they don't see it. So when you look at Jack Wilshere, you know that the ingredients are already there. I don't know if it would turn out to be the chef that would turn this around, but I'm very, very sure that of all the English coaches, the Steven Gerrard, the Ashley Cole, the Sol Campbell, Gary Neville, Vin Neville, all of these English coaches, Graham Potter, Eddie Howe, all of the English coaches, Frank Lampard, Jack Wilshere would be the one who gets it to the top. That's my belief. It might prove me right. My prediction might just be one smoke in the air and nothing comes out of it. But that's my prediction for now. And like you ask, you just have to look at some of the elements. It's like when you look at the weather, you see where the wind is blowing and the cloud is black now, but it's blowing that way. You know that the rain is not going to fall here. So you should be able to read the signs and study patterns and be able to put this together. Amazing. Amazing senior man. The evil Spalletti chased out Insigne, Koulibaly, and Dres Martins, yes, etc. And Napoli won the Serie A. Whilst I wish Ruben Amorim all the best, I think we need a coach like Antonio Conte. Kalajai Ibrahim Adewale says, good morning to you, boss, and my fellow commenters. Have a wonderful and profitable Wednesday. You too. Piman says, I think that Urubuman, Igor Yota Amori, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I think that Urubuman, Igor Yota Amori is good for United if only they can give him the keys of United as Aston Villa did for Unai. That's not going to happen. That's definitely will not happen. Ekene Ekunefe says Vini wasn't La Liga best player as well. Anyone among the 4 guys deserved the award. Well, hold your horses. I want to agree with you. Bukashai says, I believe that Vinicius Junior didn't get the Ballon d'Or partly because Madrid refused to go to next club, World Club, holding next year. How can best club in the world not participate? So FIFA had to retaliate. Not FIFA, the organizer award, that award not getting to FIFA, and I'm not sure Madrid have fully pulled out of the competition yet. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Ekene says, Baba, I've seen this place is burning. I'm burning, but I'm almost done. I've got a job to do. I used to be sweating like this in Brilla. We still do our job. We only boxers. The inside studio, they do job. So let's keep it going. I say, I hope the players won't make Amorim become a bad coach because most of those players need deliverance first. However, realistically, he has to go the slot way, but next season he can start his process. Okay. Lucky Gale says MPFL players give out jerseys. What they do is buy the jersey from the club and give to people they want. That's not the conversation we're having now. Sometimes when I do they like, when I know what people they talk, when I just want because when I like to create needless, and now this kind of invest me so. Create, and they talk of exchange of jersey during match. So that'll be buy jersey give people. I better get that. True, smelly argument. Yamida says the sad part in this Vini story is that this opportunity might not be available again, but he can keep up with his good performance, but that's going to be difficult because that Madrid squad gets big ego. I think that Vinicius Junior can still win the Ballon d'Or, win any award. It's just that the controversies that follow this one is not good. Okay, for me, I want to say Rodri will always have a bittersweet feeling about this award because even me, I don't believe he should win it, but I don't have voting power, but I'm still surprised at how the voting went, which we can see. And I'm going to say, bros, you know me well. Those people not sabi use Mike, when I come back, I was always making it obvious to everyone now weak battery anytime they won't hold Mike. Yes, I did that until they were me. Oh God. I'm the king of revenge. Vendetta, the vengeance is not the Lord. No, vengeance is not of the Lord. I can deal with things myself. God will not help you to do things that He has given you power to do for yourself. Yeah? Me go leave her to God. No, nah. All of us, let's do each other. You do me, I do you. God need the verse. That's the way it works. All of us say. So you said the last time you went to the Super Eagles camp. The media were giving a stipulated time, but there's this Kata Efe video going around that he had access to the players easily. Is that how media and reporters have access to the players? Nope. And when people say some things, I like to have context to it. Okay, some people say things because I've not seen the Kata Efe video, because they are chasing clouds and they want to sound like, oh, because now brands are looking for somebody who have access to the national team and then they can do activation with them. And so you can come out with that kind of post or those kind of video and make it look like, oh, when it comes to the Super Eagles, somebody like Funny Bone can be the guy who tells you I have access to the players more than any other person. But he doesn't even do that. But so you see these skit makers, some of them, not all of them, some of them, are chasing clout like mad. So they could say that kind of thing. The same way during the Trus Ekong charity game, remember there was strike and then they couldn't fly. And then Trus Ekong paid for a private jet and what's that guy that is dancing? What's his name now? That yellow boy that is dancing. I've forgotten his name, but one of those influencers that did the first song with Portable, that they had a disagreement, that yellow boy that dance, okay, that is always dancing in people's video. He could take that video from the private jet that he didn't pay for, that he have access to players. So it is in the context, Pokoli. Thank you very much, Akimbola Lanre. It is in the context of how they put it. If we talk about access to the Super Eagles, I think that I have like the most access. What do I mean by that is I have access to the older, the present, and the current generation, and even the future generation. But I'm not going to put that kind of thing out there in public because it's not supposed to be individual access. It's supposed to be general access. And if I remember when I was talking about how they give 15 minutes to journalists, how disrespectful it is. And the NFL president said, but you are not supposed to be angry because any player you want, you can get. And it's like, fuck it. It's not about me. That's the point. You guys created a system where one individual will just have massive access to players and get exclusive, and then the other ones. What about the other guys who enter night balls, who borrowed money to come here and hoping that they will create content and then they will get numbers so that they'll be able to get agencies to work with them? What about them? Because I know how. See, I've had to walk the hardest road. I'm not saying that other people's work is not important, but I've had to walk the hardest road the last 7 years. I was blacklisted from getting a job with any radio and TV station by Larry Zamuje. I was, blacklisted to not get any sponsorship. I've not gotten one single campaign from any brand in 7 fucking years. Nobody. For what? If I reach out and say, your former Oga say will have issues with us if we do business. I was like, for your own money. But hey, it is what it is, right? But it is me. I have friends. I have people that I could call. Hey, I need $1 million. I need 500K. I need 200K. I need 2 million. I'll pay you back. And they would bring the money, right? I've created a community. But what about the small girl that is just trying to start? That our own is just TikTok. Not even YouTube, because YouTube is way, way more complicated. Just TikTok, just Instagram, just, some of those small things that they need to do. And then they are not able to get access. And you're telling me, you got fuck access that I have. It's not about me. It's about everybody, the ecosystem. So whatever Kata Efe is saying, for me, it's clout chasing. It's just putting himself out there that, brands, if you want to access the Super Eagles, if you can't go to this sport journalist, come to me. It's not a big deal. Toby Adepoju have access to players. He can even fly to Europe and go and meet some players. Omar Katuba, if we're talking about people who have access to Super Eagles players, Omar should be the one putting that video. Because there is players these days beg Omar like, Baba Afana, you know, they reach out to me. Just the same way the older generation now will call my phone. These are people that used to beg. I used to pay them money to do interview. You never interview me. What did they happen? What did I do now? I offend you. You understand? You see the tide is changing. So I don't think that it's something that if it should be put in our ball. If it's not in my conversation, it's not in my ecosystem, it's not in my space, whatever is allowed in their space, in the space that he operates in, is fine. But you see, the days where I fight for the individual is gone. I fight for an ecosystem so that anybody can come into the ecosystem and play, and at least on a fair footing. And maybe the only person in this space now that can understand it is Yemi Dynamite. She used to work at TVC. She understands the struggle, the way it is. So whatever Ife says is his thing, but I mean, I'm not going to take that serious. Where did I stop? Okay, Lucky Ogali, I think is the final one. Bros, the moment you explained that it was a voting process for me, it was a closed chapter. I mean, there's the same thing. Vini will not win PFA award, and we know why. Next year, they will wear suit and go back there. Entitlement club. So let me explain this to you in the way maybe you would understand if you listen to me without the desire to argue. If your club have won 15 UEFA Champions League, you are, first off, you are a Brazilian. You are playing for Real Madrid. You deserve the right to have a bit of entitlement in what you do. When I was working in Brilla, and they were doing the Nigerian Sports Award, and nobody was nominated from our station, we all said that it is the stupidest award. Because how can you be doing the Nigerian Sports Award and nobody from Brilla is nominated? And people who have only 15 or 20 minutes in other radio stations talking sports are nominated for it. It's not like we're rubbishing those people, but we do not believe that it is possible even to have that kind of conversation. So the following year, 6 people were nominated. I was nominated, Murphy. Some people were nominated from our station. And I personally said, remove my name. Don't put my name on your award anymore. And I mean, Raji went to pick his own, Yogi, Murphy, everybody picked their own. But I told them, remove my name from that award. I don't want my name to be on that award anymore. Because if I did what I did last year, and my name was not on that award and nomination, and now you're nominating me, man, F you. I don't want it. It's not entitlement mentality. It's the fact that you know that I have earned the right to be respected like this. And you're not going to, because you have the opportunity to organize an award, bring me down to this place. And because you bring me down to this place, anytime you want to put my name, I mean, Eminem said that don't put me on your Grammy list. People say it. So it's not only in football. Eminem won the Grammy. The Grammy people, don't ever put my name on your list again. Don't nominate me. Don't call me. Don't mention my name. And don't play my music in your award. There is a reason why. You have got to know who you are, where you belong, in the grand scheme of things, and then you cannot position your demand. I don't think that's entitlement. I think that's knowing who you are, your worth. I mean, Snatch even sang it. I know Umaya. That's a joke anyway. So you should understand that. I don't think that we can sit here and say Madrid are being entitled, spoiled brats. I mean, I use it as one of my headlines. But the real truth is, if you analyze it carefully, you don't win La Liga, you don't win the Champions League, and then you expect that your player is not going to be there. Whatever criteria that Rodri have won the award with is the same criteria that Carvajal should win the award with. It's simple. Anything Rodri won, Carvajal won it plus the Champions League more. Rodri won the league title in England. He won the league title in Spain. Rodri won the Euros. Carvajal won the Euros. So tell me why Carvajal should not win it. It's not even the top three. So you can see that already. But like we said, it's a voting thing, and then that happens. But that does not mean that Madrid or Vini is entitled. No, I think they deserve to be angry, to be mad, and to be in that kind of situation. After all, leading up to the Euros, 1 month ago, leading up to this award, 1 month ago, everybody had hands up. Once again, where Vinicius got a hat trick against Borussia Dortmund, and everybody said that award is a done deal. None of you who are saying that Rodri deserves it now were even mentioning Rodri at the time. So when did it change? Okay. I think you guys were here in this comment section saying that Vinicius Junior have won the Ballon d'Or is Ballon de Vinicius. Everybody was saying that. So when did it change? Since that time, Rodri have not kicked the ball. Rodri got injured playing against Arsenal since God knows when. So at what point did we now decide, okay, the award has changed? It's now Rodri. Let's give it as a compensation award like they gave Kanu Wako in 1999. Let's be very honest. So he's got the right to be entitled. He's got the right to be entitled. And he plays for the club that really, really fits that bill. Robert Matson says, Edafe, you need to see the clip compiled about Vini of how he's aggressive towards other players to justify the reason why he missed out on the award. First off, what do you define as aggressive? Let me tell you, there's this thing my mom used to see, that Pikin wey no wan run message will give you 1,000,001 reason why you no go that message. Pikin wey wan go message for you, even when you're there for sick bed, will find a way to go. So it's about life. The people who want to damage Vinicius will give you a million clip. Even Kaka, a woman divorced Kaka that cannot marry a guy who is so gentle. So if people want to make bad of you, the thing that is good about you will become the thing that is bad about you. Zinedine Zidane won the award. Zidane don't pick red card and he still win the award. Stomp on a player in a World Cup match. Stomp on a player, South African player also. He still win the award. So let's not those video that they put. We call them bits and pieces. They take up all the bad elements out of an entire catalog of your performance, and then they show to the world that this is why you're not. Is that part of the criteria for not giving award? Okay, let's even go with that clip that you're mentioning now. How is it that you pick that clip? You have all those clips, but you still nominated him. So if the people had voted him number one, would you now remove him from the number one and show those clips and say this is the reason? Come on. Come on. If I'm already qualified to win it, what's the use of those clips? Well, the sweating and burning show is come to the end. Thank you very much for your time on the show today. Thank you to Dijala Ofoma. Thank you to Bukashine Repairs for sharing their bank money with me, hard-earned money with me. God bless you guys, and let's do this again tomorrow, and hopefully I will not be burning and sweating like this. Thank you, and have for yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.